Okay, so what's new for 2022? Now, you already know that we use decodable readers, code level readers, that have the code according to the 4 code levels. So the children will pick books from their code level. This is the guide with over 500 books that we've organised. So if you've got dandelion readers, phonics bugs, whatever, phonics bug, you can organise them according to the code. So because we've already gone through all of the graphemes, you know, in the pocket rockets, etc., etc. And of course, there's the ones that I've written that I go through in the app. Now, as you know, from over 5 years of data collection, when the children get to the end of yellow, they can actually start, they'll actually benchmark around about a PM10. When they get to the end of blue, they'll benchmark around about a PM20. That's as long as obviously you're doing the SSP activities. So this has been something that we've been, you know, collecting this data for over 5 years. That's not new. What is new is that although we've got these decodable readers and the children in Australia have been having to use PM benchmarking, and a lot of schools are using F&P, etc. So they know, start on the phonics. When you get to the end of the yellow level, you can start on your F&Ps and, you know, your levelled readers, your book bands. What's new is we've now got something that I call transition readers. Now, these transition readers are pre-readers. These weren't written by me. These are Sheila McCullagh, who is just brilliant. And I used these when I first graduated. Now, the pre-readers, you can start around about the end of the purple code level, because these pre-readers are all going to be monster mapped and code mapped. So you can see the monster mapped and code mapped in the app. If you order the hard copy resources, they are obviously just regular text. But these are your controlled vocab, repetitive word readers. They go into, when the children are at the yellow code level, they'll move from these. So they're still reading the decodable readers, but they can go from these. When they're in the yellow code level, they can also start either the introductory books, and there are 16 of these. So these are hard copy resources, or read them in the app. There's the Pirate series and the Village with 3 Corners. Now, what's different about our transition readers, as opposed to PMs, F&Ps and whatever, is that these are series books. So they start off with very basic, just a few words, etc., etc., and we code map them and monster map them. So they're also, you know, they're paying attention to the phoneme to grapheme mapping. But these go into readers, series. So they get to know the characters, they get to know the stories, and there are hundreds of books. So we're going to keep bringing them out, but it means they go from, you know, sort of quite a few, just a few words, repetitive, you know, like I said, controlled vocab, repetitive words, etc. So they go from that, you know, their boots, their knives, their sacks, their gold, etc., etc. But they go into actual stories. They go into chapter books. So they'll start them from the pre-readers, from purple. They'll carry on going. They'll start on these round about the middle to the end of the yellow code level at the same sort of time as you can do the PMs. But as they're still going through the phonics books, the decodable readers, and they stop there, but they will continue to read these until they become orthographic mappers, until they can read any authentic texts. But actually what you'll find is because they love these, they carry on reading them even when actually they're at stage of reading whatever they want to read. So if you've got any questions about that, please ask. But this is going to really speed up the rate at which even more children read with fluency, independence, comprehension, etc. far earlier. We want them all reading off the phonics readers, the decodable readers, by the middle of year 1. We want them reading these series books definitely by the middle of year 1, so that they go into year 2 actually really confident.
Hello boys and girls, it's Miss Emma. The village with 3 corners. We're going to meet Major Red Hat, Mrs. Red Hat and Mr. Red Hat. We'll meet Billy Blue Hat and Mr. Blue Hat and Mrs. Blue Hat. And we'll meet the Yellow Hats, Johnny and Jennifer Yellow Hat, and their grandmother and grandfather Yellow Hat. And here's the old man. We're going to meet lots of people in the village with 3 corners. We might even meet Percy Green. Let's read together in the reading hut.